Africa's most dangerous roads. If you think Africa is all safaris, pyramids, and skydiving, think again. The continent also has the most dangerous roads, from having high road traffic fatalities to having the worst roads on the planet. Here's a look at the 10 most dangerous roads in Africa. Welcome to the Dangerous Road series. This is the Life Hack Lion, the channel that gives you amazing life hacks and interesting facts. Make sure to watch this video till the end because you don't want to miss Africa's deadliest road. Number 10. Trans-Sahara Highway in Algeria. Also known as TSH, the road is 4,506 kilometers long that passes through 3 countries: Algeria, Niger, and Nigeria. TSH is one of the most brutal roads in the world, not only for its security risks along some sections, but also for its most intensely harsh environments. Due to its unique location and passing through remote areas, it is important to be prepared when driving in these conditions. Although 85% of the road is paved, it often disappears under immense drifts of sand or frequent sandstorms, blocking the route for days at a time. Daytime temperatures are scorching, rising to 50 degrees Celsius, and fuel and water are scarce supply along much of the road. Most of the road is in bad condition with plenty of potholes and bumps along the way. This road requires special vehicles and precautions to be taken to survive the harsh environment and climate of the center of the desert. Once you're on this road, you'd better hope the needle doesn't touch E and that your radiator doesn't blow. Number 9. Serra de La Paz in Angola. It is a high mountain pass at an elevation of 6,053 feet above the sea level. The most challenging part of the climb is one of the famous hairpin roads in the world, a short section of 1.7 kilometers with 7 hairpin turns. The road to reach the summit is a sharply winding and precipitous ascent in a steep and narrow zigzag section. The road is difficult and it's a nightmare in the wet or dark, or both. This breathtaking mountain road was built in the 1970s and spirals down from the high plateau elevation, literally traversing 3 or 4 different climate zones during any ascent or descent. Clearly, there is a little room for error on this road. You cannot just imagine what it must have been like before the barriers and how disorienting it must be to look over the edge to see the valleys a couple of thousand of feet below you. Number 8. Babos Pass in Lesotho. This is one of the most remote, roughest, and impassable passes in Lesotho. Babos Pass is a high mountain pass at an elevation of 8,822 feet above the sea level. The road to the summit is extreme that only 4x4 with high clearance can get through. This 26-kilometer road is the toughest terrain in southern Africa, climbing up from an altitude of 1,200 meters to 2,689 meters. It is a hectic ground pass which consists of huge rocks, large potholes, narrow passages, and ditches caused by flooding. This dusty and bumpy route also has steep uphill, 90-degree turns, and high vertical cliff dropping off the side. The weather is very unpredictable up in the Lesotho mountains, so you need to be prepared for any weather. Avalanches, heavy snowfalls, and landslides can occur anytime. Indeed, this road is better suited for the donkey than for vehicles. Number 7. Vila do Porto Novo-Ribiera Grande Road in Cape Verde. It is a spectacular high mountain drive that is 34.5 kilometers long. The road climbs up several mountain passes over 6,500 feet above the sea level, with hundreds of turns and several hairpins. The surface of the road is asphalt with cobblestone sections. There are sheer drops virtually along the entire route and enough hairpins to make you dizzy. With little room for error, this road is a real challenge even to the most experienced drivers. Number 6. Gorges to Datos in Morocco. Located in the heart of the high Atlas Mountains of Morocco, this road is a gorge carved out by the Datos River, offering spectacular views and a truly thrilling drive. Driving Morocco's most famous zigzag road is not for the weak at heart. It has innumerable twists and turns and sits just 12 inches from the side of the mountain. There is a steep drop below and no form of barrier to keep you from falling off the cliff. Amazingly, a winding path of fruit, walnut, wheat, silver birch, and almond trees was set against an extraordinary backdrop of spectacular rock formations. This road also gives you magnificent views of the gorge and historic kasbahs, as well as beautiful desert landscapes and palm groves. Although the surface road is asphalted, it can be slippery, especially after rain. Driving at night or in poor visibility is not recommended for drivers unfamiliar with the road. This road is truly a mixture of roughness and beauty. Number 5. Route Nationale 5 in Madagascar. It is a muddy track that links Toamasina and Maroant-Setra and is said to be the worst road in the country. With sections of sand, solid rock, and even worn-down bridges, this 200-kilometer road could take nearly 24 hours to drive. During the rainy season, the lack of asphalt or concrete paving leads the road to becoming impassable in many spots. The very idea of calling this road a national route is so hysterical. There are sections of sheer rock, deep sand, and everything in between, particularly mud. Since there are numerous river crossings, some with dilapidated bridges, it would really require you to take a close inspection and walk across it before getting your four-wheel drive through it. Oh wait, you can't bring your sedan here because this road only allows 4x4 trucks. This route certainly needs a new name. Number 4. Sani Pass in South Africa. Also known as the Roof of Africa, this road lies between the border control of South Africa and Lesotho. It is the mother of all South African mountain passes at an elevation of 9,400 feet above the sea level. The road is one of the famous hairpin roads in the world that was built in the 1950s and remains a challenging drive, with all the drama, scenery, bad weather, and treacherous conditions expected of a pass with this altitude. You should never underestimate the changeability of the weather because you can have literally 4 seasons in a day. Not only is the surface poor with potholes, loose rocks, and gravel, it also has hairpin bends that make your stomach churn. The track can get very muddy and slippery after rain, making it more challenging to get through. Sani Pass is a notoriously dangerous road that requires the use of a 4x4 vehicle and an above-average driving experience. Number 3. Van Ziel's Pass in Namibia. It is the most notorious pass in the country, located between 2 very steep mountain ranges in Namibia's Marienfluss. Originally, Van Ziel's Pass was not a road, it was just a route made over the mountain by travelers over time. The outrageously steep pass is a pure adrenaline rush, but the lead-up route is 10 to 15 kilometers of tough driving, dodging its way through boulders, rocks, ravines, and badlands. Although the descent from the top covers only a distance of 10 kilometers, it will take you 3 to 6 hours of negotiating with the road. To drive this trail, you must have supreme confidence in your vehicle and your driving skills. Apart from the steep gradient, there are uphill stretches as well. Each tire has to scramble up and down, with vertical rock formations that protrude from the track, posing additional risks. It is highly advisable to tackle this adventure in a convoy. Drivers with sound experience of cross-country driving and skillful navigators. Number 2. Kibo Hut in Tanzania. It is one of the highest roads of Africa at an elevation of 15,520 feet above the sea level. The track is unpaved in the middle of a desert that resembles a lunar landscape. This trail passes through remote areas, so you need to be prepared. Obviously, it is not suitable for normal cars and for people who have respiratory or heart conditions. This dusty and bumpy route has a notorious lack of oxygen and a high degree of steepness. Most people feel altitude sickness at around 2,500 to 2,800 meters. Also, your car would run the risk of having extremely low oxygen for engine combustion. The summit has about 40% less oxygen than at sea level, thus breathing is more difficult. Along the high elevation with a risk of altitude sickness, weather concerns and steep road grade make the pass dangerous and some trips difficult. And of course, number 1, Africa's most dangerous road, Erta Volcano Road in Ethiopia. It is one of the worst roads in the world, located in the most inhospitable regions on Earth. Erta is the most active volcano in the country that sits in the hostile Danakil Depression, one of the driest, lowest, and hottest places on the planet. The surface road is sand and rough lava in terrible conditions, which is often hidden in the dust. It is 80 kilometers long and may take about 6 hours passing through changing landscape of solidified lava, rock, sand, and occasional palm-lined oases. The road has a well-deserved reputation for being dangerous because of unpredictable sandstorms, bringing visibility down to a few meters. This pass is not recommended for travelers not only due to its severe weather conditions, but also due to the ongoing armed assaults and a high threat from terrorism. The region is also known for kidnapping and banditry, making the route extremely dangerous. Do you know some other dangerous roads in Africa? Or do you have any requests for our next video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you find this video interesting, we'd love you to support us for more life hacks and interesting facts.